they don't see us as individuals. They have missed out on what this country is.
Obviously, as the editor of Guns and Patriots, we're very concerned about gun rights
Sure.
and the firearms culture. Maybe if we could just sort of get your perspective, why do you think there is such hostility to gun rights and the firearms culture in the left?
Well, I don't think that's just a symptom of it. I think that when you look on the left, what they are very concerned with are individual rights and freedoms, that their perspective is to see people more as a collective, more as a member of a bigger group, and that's really what they seek to do, is pit groups against each other. You know, when you look at all the rhetoric that comes out from them, you know, Republicans hate women, or Republicans hate seniors, or they don't see us as individuals. They have missed out on what this country is. The important thing about the Second Amendment is that I believe without the Second Amendment, you will not have your First Amendment. And it is a right of the American citizen, as it is in the Constitution, to keep and bear arms. You know, I have two, a 9mm and a .45 caliber myself, which I enjoy going out and shoot.
Cool. There was a poll, I believe it was the ABC News Washington Post poll, that showed that 70% of African Americans are in favor of gun control laws. Mm-hmm. Do you have any response to that, or do you have any thoughts about why?
Well, I can understand why, because when you look at the concentration of crime in the urban environment, that is what causes them a lot of concern. But yet, I think it was the gentleman in Chicago that he wanted to fight for his Second Amendment rights because he saw it was individual responsibility to protect himself. So I think that once again, you see the left being able to take a situation that they have created in the urban environment in our inner cities, where, you know, unemployment as reported today in the inner cities is close to 16%. And so therefore, when you have that type of desperate situation where you're creating victims, lots of times they lean more so toward crime and the negative aspects of this bad economy. And so then they come back and say, well, one of the problems with crime is that we need to, you know, reduce the, you know, the Second Amendment and the amount of guns that are out there.
And you just say as a simplistic response, or it's the only thing that is there a way of communicating that?
Well, I think that we have to be able to go into first of all, you got to create opportunity in the urban environment. You have to reduce the instances by which crimes and gangs can rise up. You know, I was brought up in the inner city myself, and we did not have the type of problem when I was growing up with gangs and violence and gun violence that we see now. But because of the economic policies that liberals have promoted in creating dependency, this is the result of it. But then they try to leverage it by saying, you know, all of this crime comes from the fact that we need to take guns off the street, and therefore the community believes that.